today's conversation, we talking about Cardi B and your man Offset. And big note, real quick, just to bring them back into play. Bring back what you were saying about what you felt about it, and then I'm gonna go to my girl Queenie.
Like I said, I felt like everybody. It's we are in a age where we like reality TV and all this shit. We are so into these people's lives that we assume that they don't have every common day problems like we do. That ain't shit but people cheating. That dude is, and they can, and they get to that talking that shit about, well, she got the money. He got money too. Shit, that nigga ain't broke.
The Migos been popping for a minute.
Well, exactly. So when he go do tours and he going to do these shows or whatever, he got bras throwing that wop at him. So shit. Man. And like I said before, she took him back the first time he did it. So is it really his fault?
Well, yeah. So that's a whole different conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, listen. This is a whole nother different ball game here. Because like you can't say like if somebody cheat on somebody and you stay with them, that it's their fault. You know what I mean? Because
not so much fault. Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean? Because some motherfuckers make a mistake, and then you know what I mean, they get their shit together because they recognize the relationship they're about to lose, and so we can't cap that up under part of this is being a whole conversation. Some of this is about being a whole, but the other half is about how we dealing with it, how we looking at this as a whole. Hey, Queenie, how you doing, baby girl?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
I'm feeling good today. I'm actually feeling good today. Hallelujah. Let God be Ishandabo.
Oh, we got another one of them cussing Christians on the thing. Okay.
Sunday, what else can you expect? Now,
that was a good one.
Yeah. I want to know from you, what's your opinion on the whole Cardi B, and the whole Offset breakup thing?
Okay, first off, let me put this disclaimer out there. Cardi B is a Libra, so I'm gonna ride with Cardi. Cardi and Offset, if I'm correct in saying this, they've been dealing with each other for a few years now.
4 years. 4 years.
Yeah. They've been dealing with each other for 4 years. And I've seen all the posts and the comments, not all of them, but the ones that come through the outside. And to me, I mean, like Note said earlier, people go through stuff. With them being in the public eye, everybody wants to know what Cardi's doing. This first situation with her and Offset, and he cheated and she took him back and all this other stuff. I mean, she just set some standards for herself. She said she's not taking it no more. She's done with it.
A lot of people.
And it's not necessarily, we don't know the whole story, what happened with them. And to piggyback off of what you said, Russ, people tend to grow apart. No, I think they grow apart. I don't, but, to each his own with that situation. But, stay out of that, to me, stay out of their business because it's going to happen. But the public eye, everybody's going to have an opinion about it.
All right. So for everybody that's wondering, if you've been up under a goddamn rock and you don't know what the fuck going on right now, and you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? Cardi B, that's my girl. Offset, that's my nigga. They breaking the fuck up. And the first initial claim was that she was taking that nigga to the ringers. She wasn't gonna let the nigga see the baby at first. She wanted full custody at first. I'm talking about, I got XM radio, so I hear that shit right when it dropped. Initially, this was the first report that was put out there that she didn't want him to have a baby. She was leaving the nigga and she wanted a certain amount of money. Then a couple hours later, there was a retraction of that statement saying, we just gonna go ahead and split. I don't need nothing from him. I got my own money. You know what I'm saying? So everybody listening to the show, this ain't about the kids, because guess what? They ain't dragging it out like that. She gonna be a good little baby mama, and she gonna do all that good shit. But we're gonna listen to Cardi B herself. Let me see if I can cut this up. Y'all ready to listen to Cardi herself? Now this is a nice little piece. Today's show, we got a couple clips, and we're gonna enjoy listening to everybody's full fucking understanding of what they saying, and then we're gonna come back and eat some shit up And then we're gonna bounce through 2 more topics after this. But here we go. There go Maseko just joined us in. And yes, here we go.
See me because I look crazy. I look like a crazy, crazy, crazy bitch right now. Another thing I want to say is, right, because I've been seeing a lot of people talking. First of all, no, I want to say this first, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I get nervous when I get on live. I've been seeing all the love and prayers and everything that you guys been sending me, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you so much. However, like, I don't really need it. Like, I'm okay. I want to let y'all know I have not shed not one tear. You know, every single time that, you know, this guy have done something so crazy, so fucked up, and it hits the media, I'm always crying. I'm always stressed out. I'm sad because I don't like that type of shit. This time, I wasn't crying. You want to know why? Because it wasn't the reason of my divorce is not because of none of that shit that ever happened before. It's not because of cheating. I'm seeing people like, oh, he has a baby on the way. That's a whole fucking complete lie. There's like the second time that people's trying to pin babies over here. No, that's bullshit. Um, I just got tired of fucking arguing. I got tired of not seeing things eye to eye. So before, when you feel like it's just not the same anymore, before you actually get cheated on, I'd rather just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of people saying that I'm paying blogs. One another thing, I don't, just because I get along with bloggers and the bloggers that I get along with, if they ask me a question, because there has been so much rumors going around why the reason, if they ask me a question and I answer them, that's not them paying. That's not me paying them. I'm giving them an honest answer. So they're gonna tell their platform the answer. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, sources said this, sources close to Cardi, sources close to Offset." That is a lie, because why had these sources didn't say nothing a couple of days before I wanted to get a divorce? Now y'all want to say something after it comes out. That's not true. And another thing is, I don't talk to people. I'm only around my family. I don't talk. I don't talk to people from my label unless it's about music, and I don't talk to none of the people that I work with unless it's about a project that I'm about to do. So stop with the bullshit that sources told y'all. There is no fucking sources. Because where were the sources before the shit hit the thing? And another thing that I want to say is, because a lot of people saying that I got a divorce for clout, because one time I did an interview and I said that my album is gonna have some lemonade moments. I didn't say my album was gonna be like lemonade. I said it's gonna have lemonade moments. Of course, like for example, be careful, ring, and be careful, ring, and through your phone, right? Those are relationship songs. So of course I'm gonna have relationship songs on my album. My album is not going to be about only relationship. I'm a hip hop artist. I talk about, like, I'm not an R&B artist. I'm a hip hop artist. And on top of that, the same interviews that y'all got that from is the same interviews where I said I don't have an album coming out anytime soon. I don't have an album coming out anytime soon, and I'm very indecisive of my next single. So I'm not doing it for no clout. And on top of that, I don't need stunts. I don't need drama to sell music. Right now, my song WAP is #1 in the US and it's #1 worldwide. And I'm not trying to brag, but don't ever say that I'm doing anything for clout because I'm gonna drop something out of here. My first album is 3 times platinum, and I ain't needed no fucking stunts to do that. This song, my fucking single right now is #1 worldwide. Why would I need something personal to sell my next anything that I'm dropping? I don't need that. I don't need stunts. I don't need stunts, and I don't need any stunts that comes to family to sell anything. So don't ever play yourself. I don't understand why people want the reason for the divorce to be something so bad. It's not nothing crazy out of this world happens. Sometimes people really do fucking grow apart. I've been with this man for 4 years. I have a kid with this man. I have a household with this man. Sometimes you just want you just tired of the of the arguments, of the buildups. You get tired sometimes. And before something bad happens, before you get left, before you get cheated on, you just want to leave. What is so bad about that? Why y'all want it to be a baby? Why y'all want it to be, oh, he cheated again? Why? Like, it's like you're not in a relationship. You don't know how relationship go. Y'all want me to get cheated on 15 times before I leave? You want this to have a kid before I leave? It doesn't. No. Sometimes you want to stop it before it gets to that. So stop bringing up these fake rumors. There has been a lot of people with fake text messages, with fake bullshit. I'm sure, like we all know, that said it's really sloppy when it comes to fucking around. I'm sure it would have been something out now. No, just leave it. I just want to be a free birdie.
All right, I'm gonna ask my man Big Note. I'm gonna bring it back up with you. Now, it's actually like 7 more minutes left of that interview, and it's up in the group right now. So if y'all out here, y'all trying to, you want to listen to it, please go check it out later. But I want to ask you this. Now, what is your impression after listening to what she said?
She could be telling the truth, but I ain't gotta fucking believe it. So shit, that's where I'm at with it. But I give her kudos because she did hit some key points that we was just talking about. As far as why do people make this, that she was tired, she was fed up, we was arguing, we was this. So, those are things that go on in any everyday relationship. So yeah, leave her the fuck alone about it. If that's why they wanted to split, if she wanted to take that before all that happened, that's great. Be that strong woman and walk away from that. You know what I'm saying? But I still believe there's more to it, though. You ain't just gonna sit here and tell me you just decided one day to walk away from because you felt like. So she could be telling the truth, but like I said, I ain't gotta believe it.
I don't think that she's saying like, because like, okay, and I did want to play the whole video, but I think I'm gonna have to play the whole clip at some point, because during the clip, she really stands on the point of, they splitting, but she also talks about the fact of they have business ventures together. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain shit that they still gonna be doing, but she just don't want to be in a relationship with him no more. And at the end of the day, don't we all have a right to be like, yo, I don't want to do this no more? Like real shit. Like, on a personal level, don't we all have a right to be like, I don't want to do this no more? And on top of that, I don't want to have to explain myself to nobody about my own personal life, about what the fuck I'm going through. Because even though we might sit up here and laugh and joke about the shit, if you listen to what she said at the beginning, she said, in the beginning when she was, her and Offset were first having problems, a lot of days she vented, she cried, she snapped, make posts and shit. She said she not there. And to me, that's a sign. Like, when for a fact that you like burnt out to the point where your normal response ain't your normal response no more, it's about time to get you some air. Come on, talk to me, Queen.
I'm looking at it a little different, because in a relationship that's not a marriage, I get it. I'm tired of you getting on my nerves. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, you go that way. With a marriage, it seems like you need to work through those things, because marriage is work.
Okay.
And I see, and I've seen people go through marriages, and sometimes people break up for like you gonna get to it, but some of the smallest things.
This is my question.
I don't know her whole story.
But okay, let's look into their story just a little bit. Okay, there are many videos of Offset being in compromising positions. I remember I saw one day this nigga was in the crib playing a video game, and the phone rang, and this nigga was like, oh, like dodging the phone or some shit. Like, so like, it's proof out here that Offset then dipped out on her. You feel what I'm saying? So like in the point of sticking it out, like how long do you stick it out? Like, you know what I mean? Like I can understand if this was a situation they were arguing about finances or, you know, which direction they should get ready to go in their next life and shit like that. And they got, you know, two different outlooks on life. But when you looking at it from, I'm in a relationship with you and you fucking around on me, doesn't that person have a right to be like, I'm bigger than that? I'm worth more than being cheated on?
Yeah, but when you add marriage to it, they took their vow till death do us part, and all the bad shit and the good stuff to go in with that. So
nobody gets married for nobody to cheat on their ass. Let's keep that.
No, you don't. You
like
don't.
nobody goes down that aisle, you know, with the perception of, oh yeah, I'm gonna be married for a couple of weeks and then this nigga gonna cheat on me. No, that's not why people get married. You know,
No,
that's
but-
not the traditional reason people get married.
No, but in their particular case, I'll say this. He did it before they got married. So she knew going in of the potential of that happening. I mean, this was with anybody. She knew that. She knew she had a cheater on her hand when she started. And she accepted it at that point. Now she's at a point. Now, I'm not saying he's cheating now. And like No said, there may be more to it than what she's saying. But if that happened, you went in with these vows saying till death do us part, and you throw in there the for better or for worse part of it. So you got to fight for these things. To me, they're not fighting for it.
So you
They got a lot invested.
saying everybody get married just supposed to stay together because they got married and they took vows. Whether regardless of whether somebody is not honoring the vows, because if you want to go, like, see, this is one thing I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know I deal with a lot of church stuff. Okay, so if we're gonna really look at what those vows mean, the vows are not meant to say that I'm going to be with you forever and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do to me. There is there is many of pastors that will stand by the fact that that means if you do something so malicious to me that I cannot forgive you, that I have a right to get away. Like if you talk to people in the church, there are bounds for divorce, and cheating is one of them. That's one of the main ones. If you break your vow to me, because guess what? When that nigga cheats, he has broken the vow. So the vow was no longer null and void. That's just like if you paying rent to me, right? And you don't pay rent within 2 months, guess what? Your shit is null and void to me now. I don't give a fuck how cool we was when you was paying rent, but now that you're not paying rent, this shit is null and void. I have to do something legally to get your ass out. I'm gonna ask you to leave, and hopefully that you'll get the fuck up and just leave. But technically, I have a right legally because you have not held up to your contractual responsibilities. That's what happens with marriage. There is a contractual responsibility. So if the contract is broken, then there is a right to dissolve the marriage. Now, listen, I do agree. Like if you in a marriage and you like shit ain't working and we want to try to make it work, that's where that logic makes sense to me. But if you getting cheated on and you like, fuck it, I don't want to be here no more because this person is already they've already disqualified themselves. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to you don't have to be along in a game. Just like right now, you got people that have jobs right now. If you go to your job right now and they come up with a term this, you know, or they do something at that job that you really do not fucking agree with, you don't have to stay there.
No, what I'm saying is, and I'm going based off of what Cardi said, not people's assumption that he cheated this time.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying, you know, with the arguing all this, okay, why can't they sit down and come to some common ground? You know, if we're in a relationship and we having some issues, okay, there's an underlying issue there we need to address.
Yeah,
now the cheating part.
And she got Denzel on her line now. She ain't thinking about that nigga. She got some bigger money on her line, goddamn.
The devil has problems. But I'm saying, you know, I think I look at marriage a little different from a lot of people because I've watched it from I watch it like I'm gonna say from the beginning to death do us part
Mm-hmm.
for my parents. I've seen that. So in all of the stuff that they went through with two kids born, over there, and my mother stuck it out with him through all this. I mean, through a bunch of shit. So
Was that not? Was that
what?
not? Was that not a decision that she made though? Like if she would have said, and just I don't know your parents, I don't know the situation, but if she would have said, enough is enough, I can't do this no more, would she be wrong? Like if
No, I'm not wrong.
done wrong, you feel what I'm saying? If I ain't talking about somebody that's get up in a marriage and be like, I don't want to do this shit no more, but I'm talking about somebody that has been done wrong. That you can go to the Bible and say, you done fucked around on me, you done did this, and you done done that, you done beat me, you done whatever the fuck didn't happen. Because guess what? Let's get past the cheating shit. So if a motherfucker beating on your ass, you say, well, I took vows, I love you. No.
Okay, bullet.
You say, I'm tired, boss.
But see, now you ready to shoot a nigga.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I hope my mama ain't listening to me. But my father did that. What she did is she went out, bought a gun, came home, set it on the table, and told him, "Put your hands on me again." He looked at it. He said he went somewhere and sat his ass down and started acting like he had some sense. So she wasn't playing that. So she set the precedent. It was like she showed him how he was going to treat her. Now he tried all that, put your hands on her. I mean, it got to the point where he knocked her tooth out, and she was taking it. Then she said enough is enough. But what she did is she didn't leave. She just went and got a gun, set it on the table, and told him, try it again. And he didn't try it no more. She never had to pull the trigger though.
Okay.
I'm going to jump in on this one. Only because I've been married. I was with someone who put their hands on me. He was unfaithful. And he was doing drugs. When I said enough is enough, we done sat there, we have talked, we have gone through counseling, we have sought the advice of the elders. My parents been together 50 some years. So I feel you when you talk about until death do us part. Because I have seen it, I have grown up in that, I get it. However, I have also been in a situation where I said till death do us part. And I meant that shit. But when it got to a point where I was about to be the cause of his death, that was a done deal. When I am literally, you have put me through all of these changes. I am literally 7 months pregnant, standing at the foot of the bed with a pistol in one hand and a notebook that has all the evidence of him cheating in the other hand. I cocked that pistol, and that was the first time my child ever kicked me. And she kicked me, and she kicked the pure tea hell out of me, made me lose my daggone balance. And I was like, okay, I ain't supposed to pull this trigger. When she was a year old, because I gave it that time. Because I was like, okay, I'm pregnant, I'm hormonal. I'm gonna give it that time. My child turned a year in November. That January, I was back here in Indiana. I had chucked the deuces. I was back here in Indiana, filed in papers. Didn't even got to file them. I've already filed them. I just need you to go on and sign them so we can be done with it.
But you tried. That's the thing.
And the thing about it is, this isn't the first time we've heard about, okay, because I don't do celebrity, but this is not the first time we've heard about him cheating. This is not the first time we've heard about her being like, I'm done, whatever. But this is the first time we've heard her say, I'm getting a divorce. I'm done to the point where I'm getting a divorce. When you done, you done.
And we also have to remember times are different too.
Yeah, times are different. Now. But I mean, when we talk about business, I mean, how much more business can you have than a child? You know what I'm saying? And we did have business ventures together. And then on top of that, there are his other children that still call me mine. Those are my kids. People ask me, how many kids do you have? I have 5. I gave birth to 1, but I have 5. Those are my kids. That didn't change. We still deal with each other. Every woman in his life ends up coming to me at some point in time going, what the hell? But I mean, it absolutely is what it is. But it got to a point where I was like, I'm done. I've had enough. And before this goes any further, before there's any other kind of incidents, before there's a meme that was posted, and it says, you know, when a woman leaves you for somebody else, you know, y'all can work that shit out. A man leaves you for somebody else, y'all can work that shit out. When a woman leaves you for herself, she's leaving him for herself and her child. That's it.
Yeah,
you know that song, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. She's done.
See, this is why I want to make a short side note there. It's not whether you're a woman or you're a man.
I'm just saying that's what the meme says.
Because like I'm going off of what you just said. You just said for a woman, it's no. For a man or a woman, when you have reached your fucking breaking point, you have reached your breaking point. There are some days, there are certain things in my life that I have went through certain shit and argued and fought and done all kind of other shit. And then there are other times that I woke up and been like, okay, I ain't arguing about that shit no more. That shit is a wrap. So that comes for men and women. Like, yeah. Sometimes you have to be in something can shake your ass up so bad that you be like, I'm not gonna deal with this no more. Hey, all right, so we're gonna go ahead. I wasn't gonna play the whole interview, but I'm gonna play the second half of the interview right quick.
Hold on for a second though. Hold on. Because just because we have people who, you know, so Miss Rimmer, she was saying yes when we were saying that there's more to it as far as them wanting to be their own, then do their own thing and go their own ways. And Miss Palmer says, and I say Miss Palmer because we know that Palmer, their marriage never had a solid foundation from the beginning.
Okay, so I'm about to get into these clips. So here we go.
That's a whole nother subject. Huh?
I just want to be a free bird. So when people, so stop with the shit that I pay. I never, let me tell you something. I have never paid bloggers. I never paid bloggers. I never paid somebody. If they hop in my DM and there's a rumor going around and they ask me if it's true or not, I'm going to answer them. That's not me paying them. If I get along with certain ones, I might get more personal with them. I might have conversations with them. Doesn't mean that I'm paying them. That's not paying. That's not me trying to persuade the narrative. It's like that's just me telling them my story, how I feel. And then the audacity of some people trying to say that I do it in for clout. What I mean, I am the fucking clout. I never needed anything. I never needed no stunts to sell shit. I got the #1 song right now. The #1 song right now. Why would I need anything to sell my next record or my next album? First of all, I don't even know where I'm going to put out my next single. Because like I said, I've been very indecisive on which one should be my next single since WAP did so good. That means that my second single got to be even better. So I'm very indecisive about that. Of course, my music videos and the creative of my music videos, it doesn't take 2-3 days. It takes a month, maybe 3 weeks, so it could get done to perfection. So I don't need it for that. Y'all wanna take that narrative like, oh, she's having a Lemonade album. I'm not having a Lemonade album. I have like 2-3 songs that is like about relationship. That's why people be like, I'm gonna have my Lemonade moments, but I'm not having like. Come on now. I cannot have a whole rap album about a relationship. Like, stop it. I'm gonna have 2-3 songs, but not that. And I'm not dropping my album anytime soon. I want to drop my album when it's time to tour. I want to drop my album when I could sit down with people and do interviews. I don't want to do, if you imagine me doing album runs and I gotta do it through I gotta do my interviews through a computer. No, I want to sit down with people. So no, don't ever play yourself that I'm doing shit for stunts. I never needed stunts to sell shit. Um, that is all. Don't play with her, play with them. And I've been really busy because I've been focusing a lot on my business. I'm about to start branching off on new businesses when it comes for myself. And I'm also am in charge. Well, me and Offset, of course. Um, we are doing businesses for culture. So I'm working really hard every single day. I'm waking up very early, doing 100 Zoom meetings, and coming up with millions of ideas, writing it down, because I'm gonna start doing things for 2021, and they need to be perfect. One thing I don't like selling books, especially when it's going to be mine or my child's.
All right. Now, one thing I want to say that she really, I commend her on, because she brought up the fact that they still gonna be doing business together. They got certain things in place that they still gonna be doing. You feel what I'm saying? So like on that level, I'm like, I'm really rocking with Cardi on that, because it's like, yo, I have been in a position where there has been a split and a child has been involved and we couldn't agree on anything, like on any fucking thing. You know what I mean? So for her to publicly admit, like, yeah, I'm splitting up, the nigga cheats, but well, I'm still gonna be doing business with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? To me, that was the difference maker for me, because like she could be arguing about who's gonna take over the business, whose business is gonna be. You know, she could be making a whole lot of other claims of why she's unhappy, but she just saying, I want to be away. I want to get away and do my own thing. No, what you think about that? Unmute your mic, bro. Unmute yourselves.
See, that's what you just said is key for me. So I'm listening to her, and if you remember before, I said it's more to this story than she's saying, because to me, what it sounds like is, yeah, you walking away, you have that right. That's what it is. But you steady on this. I don't need to do this for clout. I don't need to do this for this. I don't need to do this for that. I don't know when I'm dropping an album. I don't know when I do this. But y'all work. This is me personally. If I am in a relationship with you and things are dire to where our relationship cannot survive, there is no way in the fuck I'm going to be able to do business with you. It's not going to work for me. Because for you to be able to say you can be more committed to doing something with me on a business level and not on our relationship level, then something about that for me is let me go. Go find you another business partner. You do your own thing, let me do mine. If we're going to split, we can be friends for the sake of our child, but I can't do business with you. I can't do no business with you knowing that because for the simple fact, and that's why I said listening to her and the things that she is saying, like, not that we care. This is why I don't get into celebrity shit, because for one, which I haven't done, what I haven't done, I don't know if y'all have. I haven't heard anything from him. So I don't know if y'all have heard something from him, but I haven't heard him say anything about the situation, whether it's out of guilt, whether it's out of whatever it may be, he still has not spoken. So this whole thing with her, everything, nothing is about the relationship to me, really, is what she's saying. It's about business for her and this, that. Well, if that's what it's about, then why are you so animate to keep saying that it's not this. I'm not doing this for that. I'm not doing this for that. Well,
I
just
think
let it go.
I think the reason that she even did the interview was because the media had already picked it up and they started to talk about it. And I think that what she wanted to do was get ahead of it, in as opposed to, because this is what we have to recognize in media. It's a difference if you're just a regular motherfucker living your 9 to 5 and don't nobody know you worldwide. It's a different thing when people do know who you are and shit gets out there and you want to get control of it. You feel what I'm saying? They will
But
run.
does that change though? That doesn't change the narrative for what we go through. It's just the fact we important and people know our business.
No. I'm saying what I'm saying is, in business, whether it be a Pepsi Cola company or any other company, they have what they call PR. They have public relations. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that somebody had said something to her about speaking out, or she felt some way about people talking about her lifestyle and what's going on in her life, and the whole world having a narrative about it, and she not saying nothing about it. That's what I get from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I disagree, like I'm not saying that you're right or you're wrong, because I don't know. But what I get from it is her giving her spin, so people don't go around saying, well, Cardi's doing this, Cardi's da. And it's like, no, if you're gonna talk about it, I'm gonna give you what the fuck it is. And from that point, you make your own fucking decision. Like that's what I feel like that was. I don't think that she.
And again, like I said, she could be telling the truth, but I don't have to believe it. I don't believe that that's what PR shit. Yeah, I understand all that, but at the end of the day, the only reason it makes sense or even matters out here is because of what you said. They're celebrities. Your shit don't stink no worse than mine. So, like I said, I don't know the whole story. I don't know what's going on. But for me, if having a business relationship with you is more important than us working out our relationship, I can't do that.
I don't think that's what she was saying though. I think she was saying
She don't have to say that. That's what you're doing that. You said we had did you peep how she said, and I have a business with Offset. So you're still doing it. It don't matter what you're saying, you're still doing it.
Hold on.
Example.
Hold on 1 second. Let me say this and I'm gonna let you get in there. I'm gonna let you get in there. Okay. So if I'm going through something, if like right now, if me and you already have a business deal that has already gone through, you feel what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it from this way. Doing a business deal, it's not normally just, yeah, I got an idea and then I'm gonna do it, especially when it deals with other entities, the record company and all that other shit. It's just not you. You feel what I'm saying? I think what she was trying to do was control of the narrative. And she mentioned that they still have business. Because I think like it's a difference. Like if we were saying they were getting a divorce and then they decided to go into a business venture. This is a business venture that it was already probably set in stone. They probably signed every fucking thing that need to be signed on that shit before she filed for the divorce. You feel what I'm saying? So like,
I
understand
all that.
So like
I said, this is for me. I can't speak on them. This is for me.
Okay.
Even if that's your input, if you get into a legal contract and you sign something, you are bound to fucking do that, bro. You can't just say, I'm getting divorced.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
But just like the marriage, we're going to say the same thing on that. You got to say the same thing on the marriage. This is what I'm saying. The narrative that you're speaking of is okay to work for a business, but it's not okay for the marriage. For me, that's bullshit.
Hold on. We're gonna take it.
For me, that's bullshit.
We're gonna take it out of the hip hop realm, because I mean we just gonna go, we're gonna go a little bit bigger with it. Patti LaBelle. Everybody knows Aunt Patti. Aunt Patti was married to that man 30, 40 some odd years. He was her business manager. And he made her a lot of fucking money. She appreciates his business acumen. She says, when it comes to business, you the shit. And we got this contract. We gonna keep making this money together. However, when it comes to me and you, yeah, this shit ain't working. We've been kicking it for a long time. You've done your shit. I've done my shit. Personally, it's not working. But your business acumen, is the shit. So because I know what you
that's
can
not
do
for me. I don't care about none of that.
Okay,
That's
and I
fine
get
if
that
that
what you're
works
saying
for
it's
them.
not for you.
For
Yeah.
me, that would not work. That's all I'm saying.
And that's what it is. That's what it is, because that is your personal preference.
Yes, that's me. It would not work for
We
me.
can't hear you, Chris.
Hold on, people. I need y'all to remember that when the video will cut out y'all talking. So if we having a conversation and y'all both talking at the same time, the microphone will be cutting y'all out. So for the people that's listening to us on Zoom, we hear it, but for the people that's listening to us, we have to allow each other to get their point across, even if we're passionate about what we're saying. Okay, so let's try to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Queenie, I want to bring you in real quick. What is your thought process? And then I'm gonna go to this next clip.
I understand what both Note and Ms. Seiko are saying in that, because it's in that relationship, the relationship didn't work, them two together. Business side of it, they're probably phenomenal, making millions. So, and like you were saying about the contracts and all of these things and things that were already in place, they're probably better business partners than they are in a relationship, clearly. So, and if you listen to what Cardi was saying, she did take the power back from the naysayers, all the people online. They got this, they did this. And she was saying, and she also mentioned that when I guess somebody said that a reliable source or got it from a source, she was like, no, if they didn't get it from her family, like she said she talks only to her family. So if they didn't get it from her family, that's not a reliable source. It's just somebody making up a story. And like you said, the media will put a spin on anything, and they wanted to make my news, radio, whatever you want to call it, the top show. So I'm going to say this about that situation. So she took the power back from them. And like you said, she gave what people need to talk about. She said she was done with all of the bullshit that was going on. She didn't necessarily say he cheated, because she said, no, that wasn't it. It wasn't some child that was done out of wedlock. It wasn't it. It was just that she wanted to be a free bird. So she's spreading her wings and she's flying. She's gone. So yeah, this one is kind of hard to deal with, but on that business side, they're probably better business partners than they are in a relationship.
And because, and also I want to make this last point. Okay. There are many people that get divorced that have children, right? You feel what I'm saying? There are certain things that take place just in the realm of the child that we may not per se get along with, but hey, the kid got to admit today. We both there and we don't fucking get along with each other, but we there for the kid. To me, it's the same. It's not the same, but it's the same. Like they made a business decision that, like, we don't know what the repercussions of them not going through what the fucking business decision that they are. There could be a bigger repercussion for them not fucking doing their commitments to the business because they got an attitude at each other. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's where I commend both of them. Because like, if you can put shit to the side and know that you have a issue, but you be like, yo, we not working, but let's just do what we need to do to continue to be happy people. That's a different conversation than trying to hold on to somebody that don't want to be held on to. Because as you said, we ain't heard from Offset. We don't know if Offset like, fuck it, I've been tired. I'm you know what I mean? Like, everybody's looking at this situation like Cardi has done something, but they both, obviously some other shit didn't went on to make them come to that point. Hey, I'm about to go to this other clip. Now we talking about Cardi B and Offset's divorce. This little clip, I posted this in the group.
Taking her clothes off,
and this clip caught a lot of hell in the group. And I was surprised, to be honest with you, I was surprised that the women jumped on this post so hard. So I'm gonna let y'all let this one ride out. Take a deep breath. This is a woman that the only thing that threw me off, she was given a biblical reason, but she was cussing.
Bullshit. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go make another drink while you let that roll.
All right, so I'm about to just play this clip, and I'm gonna play this whole fucking thing through. It's 9 minutes and 48 seconds, but I really want y'all to pick up on this because it obviously kicked up a lot of dust in the group. Here we go.
Okay, I look crazy. Anyways, I'm going live because all of Facebook, most of Facebook, the black women keep talking about Cardi B divorcing her husband because he cheated on her so many times, and they're so happy that she made this movement to leave her husband who has cheated on her so much, and that's very courageous of her. For one, that's one of the reasons why you black women today can't keep a man, nor find a husband, nor keep a husband, because y'all mindset is so fucked up about the terms of a husband and what a wife is. For one, Cardi B is a ex-stripper, a whore. We all know what strippers do. Rather she was selling her pussy or taking her clothes off, either or, it's disgusting, and that is a whore. She was never going to find a good husband. That's why she got a husband like Offset. He's a clown. Any woman, I wouldn't, as a woman personally, I wouldn't even want to be seen walking in public with him. The way he looked, the way he dressed, the way he acted. I don't care how much money he has. He could be a trillionaire. As a woman, if money motivates you for a man, then something wrong right there too. You should want a man who is where his mindset is right. I got all these women cussing me out on this post. That's why I went live. So hopefully they get on my page and hear me out. But an ex-stripper, then a woman on top of that who's always naked, showing her body parts. What would make a woman think that that's okay? I mean, we got so far off into the world that's 2020 that the now new okay is what God said, that bad would be considered good, that good would be considered evil. And all you black women, y'all so fucking embarrassing. Most of you are so fucking embarrassing that y'all have this mindset and y'all won't change it. Y'all won't even take the time out to think to change it. What nigga gonna be faithful to a stripper, to a whore, to a woman who's telling the whole world about her whack ass pussy, who can't keep a nigga? Y'all don't even think about that kind of shit. What woman can keep a man who acts like Cardi B? She couldn't even keep that clown ass nigga. So come on, y'all promoting her divorce, her husband divorce. For one, ain't never good. If your husband cheat on you, you should practice forgiveness. But even if so, the Most High do say that you can divorce for fornication. That is okay to leave somebody if they fornicate on you, they commit adultery. But a lot of you women are so big on leaving y'all man, so big on y'all got this mindset that the white man taught y'all that it's okay to leave your husband over the stupidest shit. I fight for my marriage to this day. We don't deal with any infidelity, but the things that we do get into it about, you know how many people tell us to divorce? That's how evil the world is. Over petty shit because we fighting or getting into it. Divorce. No, that's not no real marriage. It's not no real love. You work stuff out. But then y'all have to understand too what kind of woman Cardi is. She was never wife material. Black women, y'all so fucking embarrassing the way y'all think. Y'all are so embarrassing the way y'all think. Y'all don't want to be wives. That's your whole purpose as a human. That's why y'all so fucking confused out here, depressed, all these different children, baby daddies, all this stuff, because y'all don't know what y'all purpose is as a woman. Y'all were made to be a wife, to be under a man, to be a lady, to be a mother. Your purpose is not no fucking career, going to school, being a model, being all this dumbass worldly shit. It is to be a wife, a good one at that. That is our purpose as black women. Not talking to any other race, but my people. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'll go live and express my feelings. I don't give a damn. I'll express it because I have people who actually listen. Y'all are embarrassing. Change y'all mindset. Teach y'all daughters better to think better than what y'all are saying now. Just go back and read some of the shit y'all say. And think of it, what would God say? In the midst of y'all reading the shit y'all say, what would God say? Honestly. All y'all black women supporting the whore. It's fucking ridiculous. Her WAP ain't keep no nigga. Did it? Y'all, I went to go see my daughter, my little sister singing, yeah, I don't cook, I don't clean, yeah, I got this ring. And she was proud saying it. Like, yeah, I can grow up and don't gotta do none of that shit and get a husband. Not even seeing the significance in what she's saying as a 10-year-old little girl. That's embarrassing. Then you grown ass women walking around here singing the shit, playing the shit in y'all car, and literally taking the mindset of all these whores, Mulatto, Megan, half of them transgenders, Nikki. Y'all think that having their mindset is tight or cool. Y'all bitches is whack. The way y'all think is whack. It's retarded. It's dumb. It's embarrassing. It's ignorant. It's stupid. Damn. Y'all don't sit back and think. It's stupid. Listen to the lyrics. I listen to the music sometimes, I listen to black music, but as I'm listening to it, I think about how stupid they sound. Like, damn, when I was real worldly, I like the beat, I groove to it, but after you listen to what they're saying, like, damn, that shit stupid. They sound like whores. All y'all role models are whores. Kim Kardashian, and Lexus Sky, all y'all role models are whores. All you women walk around here getting y'all lashes, wigs done, nails done, all this stuff y'all mimic is coming from whores. Y'all are not millionaires. None of y'all. I know all of y'all. Fort Wayne from Georgia. Arab niggas, we are broke. We don't have millions of dollars. Even if we do got good money, we still ain't living like that. We can't take pictures every day in new outfits and shit with them women tricked and whored for. And y'all envy it. Y'all want to be like it. Y'all mimic it. Y'all teaching y'all daughters to be like it. The dance like it. Y'all, I'm going to fucking parties, family reunions and shit, and kid parties, and I hear big old Freak playing in the background, and fucking Nicki and WAP. And y'all recording y'all kids dancing with them like it's cute. And I'm like, dang, God, thank you for pulling me from that shit. That I can actually see, open my eyes like, this shit is wrong. Hell no, my daughter can't listen to no goddamn WAP. Not around me.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this. Y'all unmute yourselves before. I want to go through this. Now, y'all see the comments on the screen, right? Almost every female went hard for Cardi B and said, fuck, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? I can't stand this. Even about why a woman cannot keep a man who clearly steps out on his marriage and doesn't keep his vows. Cheaters always blame the impotent, what the fuck? Impotent on the person that they're cheating on, which is utterly ridiculous. Okay. Then Kimberly Michelle Johnson said, why is everyone turning the blame on the woman? She was the one that called one cheating. Well, whatever fuck I'm saying, I'm drunk. She didn't do the cheating. It sickens me to sit here and listen to this woman bashing another woman that has been cheated on. I wonder if she even have a man while she's sitting there throwing daggers at Cardi B, probably just jealous of her success and despite of the idiot. Now I'm gonna just and if y'all look, we got quite a few comments and they are all majority women. Even though I'm gonna start off with this, even though y'all might not agree with everything she said, she did say some shit that was worthy. Go ahead. Come on, talk to me, Note.
Hey, you just hit it for me. It's a thing of people will miss the message because of the messenger. point blank and simple. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I didn't agree with a lot of the name calling she was doing. And that's why I think a lot of people are missing the point. But I made a post about this exact same thing in my group about the effects of hip hop and the lyrics on our people, on not just our kids, us as adults. And we ain't gonna say no names, but one of our panelists spoke on that. Did you, Seiko? And you said, I strongly agree. That is what you said. You said, I strongly agree. So, and then if people listen to what, and then I'm glad, Russ, I'm so happy that you played that in the order and the succession that you played it in, because now everybody who was sitting there talking about, oh, if you notice all of why did she be this with a cheater, and out of Cardi's own mouth. He did not cheat this time. That's not why I'm leaving. This is not what the reasoning is. So I would gather to want to see how they feel about it now that she said that.
Well,
because their emphasis was the cheating.
I strongly agree. Like,
she said a lot of real shit though. She really did.
I cannot dispute the fact of, we talked about the song. Matter of fact, we talked about the song a couple weeks ago. There's some hoes in this house. And it was like, oh yeah, we all know. Yeah, but if you look at the content of the message itself ain't nothing to be like you want to sit up there and raise your kids about. Like, and she has some real, if you looking at it from a perspective of, and this is what I looked at it of. I looked at it as a perspective of a woman saying, this is not the representation of all women. We're not all whores, and we don't all do this, and we don't all do that. So from me trying to look at her perspective of it instead of just listening to what she said and saying she was wrong, I can't say that the message was wrong. Maybe the delivery might have been fucked up, but the message to me was not wrong. Go ahead, Maseko. What did you waving your hand for, Kenyatta?
Because I'm trying to be quiet, damn it.
Quiet, signaling this shit.
He was about to bust.
Listen. So when she said, as women, we ain't supposed to be out here trying to make our own money, get our own job. Okay, first of all, to this day, I still have not watched the whole video. I've heard excerpts of it. It's not my genre. I don't listen to this modern hip hop. I'm old school hip hop. Okay, so this new shit that don't do nothing for me. I could not tell you I have listened to a Cardi B song in its entirety. I couldn't lie to you like that. I won't. Okay, because that's not who I am.
Okay.
So I'm removing myself again, but then again, that goes back to again maybe the mindset and the age category that she's referring to, because I can't tell you anyone in my circle who's playing that, who's promoting that around our children. Mine is grown, not grown, but legally she's grown. She can't say that she's ever heard that song because I played it.
Yeah, but hold on.
Cardi said she got the number one song in the world. So there's some people playing it.
I want to make a point to what you're saying, because when I posted this song in the group a couple weeks ago, and I was like, what y'all think about this song? Everybody came on there talking about, it's just a song. I don't give a fuck about the song. It's just a song. It's just so the whole thing of what she is saying is about how you live your life.
Okay.
Talk on one level, and then you come back and then you talk something else on another level. That's what to me, that's what she's saying.
But
like,
my thing,
I'm not disputing. Like I say this from the very beginning. I think what she said she could have taken a different route in saying what she said, but was she wrong in what she said? I'm waiting on, this is what I'm waiting from you to hear. What did she say that you found wrong outside of saying I don't listen to the music?
Okay. So outside of saying I don't listen to the music, she said, we are, as Black women, she said, I'm not talking about anybody else, any other race. As Black women, we are supposed to be wives. We're not supposed to be out here trying to make our own money. We're not supposed to be out here trying to take care of ourselves. We are supposed to be training ourselves up, and that's what we should be teaching our daughters, is how to be wives.
Okay, now let me ask you a question.
Been there, done that, give two fucks about it. I'm raising my daughter to be an independent woman that can go out here, make her own fucking money. And if she so happens to get, she decides that she wants to be with this man over here, because like right now, she's with a cute little computer programmer. He does his thing. It's whatever. But she's out here making her own money. She's out here taking care of her own responsibilities. We're out here handling our own business. Okay. There is a man in my life. I don't depend on him. I'm not a wife because I choose not to be a wife. I'm not a wife because I've said, you know what? I need my child to see that although, if you want to be a wife, boo, go right ahead. But at the same time, always be able to back yourself up and to carry your own damn self.
Okay, so
not to work hand in hand.
Wrong because her disposition is different than what's your disposition. See, this is my issue. What I'm trying to get an understanding of what you're saying, because I understand your disposition and how you raise your kid. I get that. I totally understand that. But is she wrong, or is any woman wrong for having the mindset of I want to be a wife? I don't. Is she wrong because she says?
I'm not mad if that's what you say, that you want to be a wife, boo. If you want to be a wife, boo, you go right ahead and do that.
Okay.
Handle your business.
Okay.
Run rings around somebody else. Depend upon somebody else.
Okay.
For your entire life, your entire livelihood, for your every breath. You depend on somebody else for that. Go ahead.
But this is where you're throwing me way off, because you go into her more than what she said about Cardi. And that's what we're talking about. We talk. Listen, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. The topic of the video was her opinion about Cardi B and her relationship. So I understand what you are saying about what you disagree with, what she feels as how in relationship to how you're raising your kids. But I'm going back to the fact of what she's saying about Cardi B and her husband and the breakup. What do you disagree with outside of the lifestyle of, the lifestyle choice?
Yeah.
What do you disagree about what she said about the video? Like, that's what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you about a difference in opinions of how you live your life and how she lives her life. I'm asking you, what did you find wrong in what she said?
Not a stripper find love. Is she wrong for saying that?
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so those are the things that I have issue with. You decided that this woman, because she was a stripper, she was a hoe. And so because she's out here, she's doing this and that and the other, she was a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So because she was a hoe, she's not, and I'm gonna use this word, and I use this word I use this word very, very rarely and very, very entitled.
Come on.
I mean, very, very loosely. The fact that because you a hoe, you not entitled.
Y'all women should think.
To a man that's gonna be good to you in a marriage.
See, I didn't take it like
because she was saying she was a hoe. No, she was saying she was a hoe. So because you a hoe, let me rephrase that. Let me even backtrack even further. Because in my eyes, you are a hoe. because in my very uptight, gotta ride up my ass opinion, you a hoe. So because of that, you cannot change your ways, and you are not entitled to anything good in your life. So yeah, you were entitled to this guy who she decided he was a clown. She decided she didn't like the way he looked. She didn't like the way he dressed. She decided he was a clown to begin with. You don't know this man. You don't know this woman.
Well, no, come on. Like let's be realistic. We all on a daily basis see motherfuckers and say that's a clown motherfucker. That's a bitch ass nigga. That's a.
If you go to the circus, you play with clowns, you get a clown. That's what I took.
We do that on the show. We talk about difference of opinions all the fucking time. So like, if that's her opinion, because guess what? I'm a man. I'll say all the shit that I just seen the nigga do has been some clown bullshit. From fighting to fucking to sitting at the crib on the phone while another bitch is ringing his phone and he's sitting there talking shit in the back. So like, yeah, to me that's clown shit. Like, and I'm not saying that he's, like, no disrespect to Offset as a person, but if I looked at it from any other perspective and be like, yeah, that's some clown shit. Like if I was dealing with a woman and she was doing that, I'd be like, that's some clown shit. Male or female, I'd be like, that's some clown shit that you doing. So like, just to look at their records, because they are public figures, just to look at them both, I could say that the woman is right. Cardi was a hoe. Cardi I just got through doing an interview not too long, about a month ago, that I came across, where Cardi was talking about being in the club and the niggas that it's fucking and it was an article out about 2 months ago about a nigga that was after Cardi because while she was doing her thing in the club, she was robbing niggas. Like she's very open about that shit. So to like. See, when we talking about motherfuckers, we gotta look at when you live your life, everything that you do becomes a part of your package. You feel what I'm saying? Every fucking thing that you do becomes a part of your package. You can't say on one day, well, I acted a fucking fool today, but then tomorrow I acted good. But that disclaim that you gotta just forget about every fucking thing that I've done. Now, if Cardi would have come out and just been a hip hop artist, and I'd have been like, she just does music and shit, and then this conversation would be a little bit different in my eyes. But Cardi, Cardi been a wild child from the very fucking beginning. You know what I'm saying? And so has Offset. We talking about two motherfuckers that have lived a very wild life at a very young age. So both of them, in my opinion, are very fucking immature and ain't even grown to even understand their next level in life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for them to be in the position from what this woman is saying about the people that she's saying it about, she's not too fucking far off. Like this is not her talking about Jesse Jackson or like Barack Obama and just coming out talking about some Barack. We talking about motherfuckers that get on live and they smoking weed all the fucking time. They fucking talking about whores all the fucking time. They talking about stripping and being a bitch and being a wop. You feel what I'm saying? This is her latest song. This is what the fuck is pumping right now.
That's number one in the world that she kept saying.
Stop being a fucking hoe and being a fucking rat.
Okay.
Like if you want to break it down on if I'm a businessman and is this a woman that I want? No. Because now we getting down to categories of lifestyle. But right. I'm talking about the shit that they have done and portrayed to the public, to all of us, to you, Maseko, Queen, Note, for all of us, we can all pull up something that both of them have fucking done. So on the level of what the woman was saying in the video, she was like, yo, in my opinion, she was like, yo, you can't come out here doing clown shit and then expect something different in the end. So I think that's what she was saying. I'm thinking she's saying like, yo, why is everybody out here talking about Cardi B and this nigga? And it's not like they was doing shit right from the get-go. I can see Cardi was like this wholesome girl and this nigga just kept fucking around on her. No, they have both been wild fucking childs. If you just go to your Google right now and just type in Cardi B name, you're going to see some shit. You type in Offset name, you're going to see some shit. And these are the people that we talking about. We're not just talking about like a regular, like a regular couple that just went through something. We're talking about people that have been in the public eye for over 4 years. And from the second that they got in the public eye, it has been a fucking parade from the second that they got into the fucking public eye.
Okay.
But Russ, on what you saying too, though, if you take that level off of it, we still do that every day because we hang around people that are in relationships. That do dumb shit, and we sit around with men and women both. Man, this nigga dumb. He got a good ass woman, and he's still doing this clown shit. Or women, that bitch still, excuse me, that girl still taking that dumb shit, and he doing this and he doing that. The only reason it is different is because they are celebrities.
Yep.
Fuck that shit. That woman spoke some real fucking truth. Period.
Okay.
That's what she did.
I'm
You
gonna
do
say
clown shit, you get took to the circus. God damn it. That's just what it is.
Let's hear from Queen. Come on, Queen.
I'm gonna say what I said before, and I don't remember what show we were on, but you're gonna get treated the way you present yourself. And and I'm gonna say this: I love McCarty, but because of where she came from, that stigma has been tied to her. I'm not saying because she was a stripper, she was a hoe. Because I had a best friend who did the same thing Cardi did. She was a stripper, but she did it for different reasons. She had to take care of her family. However, in the public eye like that, what's the other one's name? Jocelyn Hernandez. She was a stripper. Now she's trying to do music. They called her a hoe. It's that labeling thing that we go through.
Well, I think it's the labeling thing and the effect of what you actually do in life, because this is like if it had been one incident, like I think everybody is that equal to that one pass. You know what I mean? You equal to that one mistake. But when your life has like been a mirror of shit, you have to sometimes, like, okay, let me take a prime example. When I was in relationships and I was fucking up, there had to be a certain point that Russ had to, whether Russell ever admitted it to anybody else, there had to be a time when Russ said, you know what? Yeah, I know I did this and I know I did that. I know I could have did that better. I know I bitched about that. That's when you being real with yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Accountability. Like, we cannot sit up here and act like these are two wholesome motherfuckers that got a divorce, that's getting a divorce, and we got to take sides. I don't think that we need to take sides on either level because we don't know really what the fuck is going on. But to her point, there is a point to be made for people that if that is not the lifestyle that you choose to live, and you want to, and she wants to be married, and she said, yo, me and my husband go through shit all the fucking time. Niggas tell me not to be my motherfucking husband all the goddamn time. But that's my marriage. So that's what she decided to do. You feel what I'm saying? She's deciding to stick through that. So if that same woman decided to get the fuck up and walk away, she has a right to walk away. But at that point, you still got to look at everything that the motherfucker has done in their past. Like, we always want to be like, okay, yeah, you're forgiven. And yeah, anybody can make a decision to change their life at any given time. But that does not erase your fucking past. I could be with a woman right now and be fucking up and then have a real revelation in my life and say, listen, I'm never going to fuck with you again. I'm never going to fuck up with you again. I'm not going to do that again. Guess what? That's a revelation that I didn't came to. That other person has the right to say, I don't know if I want to deal with you no more.
Absolutely.
I don't think that that's the right move for me no more. And I think that people jumped at that post like, oh, this bitch, da, 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 da. But if they looked at from the perspective of where she was speaking from, I think that they might have a different outlook on what she was saying, as opposed to just coming at her and saying, oh, this bitch right here, fuck her. No. You have to look at where people are in life before you can sit there and say anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
I know a young lady that's stripped. She's one of my Facebook friends. And when I tell you this young lady now, I applaud her. This young lady has her own transportation company. She gets back doing that. She just opened her own club, and not a strip club, a nightclub in Indianapolis. So it's a thing of, like I said before, with the way she delivered that message is what fucked it up and why people didn't catch the message. People tend to do that. It's always a thing about the messenger. Just like a prime example, our dumb orange ass president. You can say what you want to about some of the shit he may say and just the way he said, but he said some things, not everything he said, but he said some things that was truthful. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about it: that fucking wall. We talk about how he get mad about talking about Mexicans and shit, but I guarantee you sat in a conversation with black folks, white folks, or whatever, me personally, myself too, that'll be like, them motherfuckers get every fucking job. They do this, they do that, they whoop-de-woo-woo-woo. But because it comes from him, we don't want to accept it. But some of us, I've been in those conversations. So what I'm saying is, I didn't agree with the fact of some of the addressing the women the way she did. Some of the things she was saying, I didn't agree with a lot of that. But what she was saying, yeah, hell, fuck yeah, she was on point. I wouldn't personally. I don't give a damn how much money Cardi B take. I don't want to be walking down the street with that. With that broad, and one of them niggas she robbed back in the day see her ass and start letting loose. Cause niggas will do that shit. Niggas don't respect nothing no more. You have to live with that. She set that precedent. So she can't get mad now because somebody's looking at it and calling her on her bullshit. Can't get mad about it. It's accountability.
Okay, for me, celebrities are not real people. The shit they do don't affect my life. Therefore, I don't give a shit. I mean, that's personally. Anyway, so Keith Jackson, Keith says,
hold on,
I'm putting real on this.
Let you get to that, but hold on. To say that celebrities are not real people.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
Yeah, because like, think about that.
They are not real people that affect my life. What they do does not affect my life. Therefore, that's why when all this stuff was going on, until Queen tagged me in the post, I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, okay, but listen to this. Okay. And I had this conversation with somebody today. They kept calling me, they was like star. They kept using this word star and referring to me as a star. I said, I ain't no star. I do what I do personally and what I got a passion for. But in their perception, they said, you're a star. They said, you do some shit, that's a star. So from that aspect, right now, people are looking at us that don't know us personally.
Yeah.
But our voice matters.
It does.
And they don't know our personal situation. They don't know if we rich, broke, or whatever. They looking at us right now, and our voice, whoever is watching the show right now, our voice fucking matters for them to be at least listening to what the fuck we saying. So to say because somebody is a celebrity that they don't fucking matter, I think that
No.
What you said. Is that what she said? I want to ask the panel before you answer that. Is that what she said?
I think what she was making point that she was making is that
I want her to answer for herself, but I'm asking the panel, is that what she said? Yes or no? And her to respond. Because see, this is what I'm trying to get.
I have no issue with it.
No, what I'm saying is to people, we sometimes forget that people are still people, no matter who the fuck they are, because the way that they on top today, and everybody on this show is over 40 years old or close, like that. So everybody, we have all seen motherfuckers that have come to the top and come straight down to the bottom.
Absolutely.
Ice used to be the motherfucking man until Suge Knight held his ass outside of a fucking hotel, and then that nigga didn't have no fucking credibility no more. So does it mean that he don't have no fucking feelings no more because he was a celebrity? He was. You feel what I'm saying? I go ahead. Yeah, so I just want to make sure.
My thing is, what Cardi B and Offset do don't pay my bills. Don't affect my bottom line. So when I say, but this is how I function, period. What goes on out there, if it don't pay my bills, if it doesn't take care of my bottom line, that's not my business. That's how I feel about it. So they are going through something. I I couldn't tell you one song by Offset.
I couldn't either.
WAP, Cardi B, I know about because of WAP, because y'all posted it in the group and everybody's talking about it. These are not people that affect my life. What they do don't affect my life. So that's why I'm like, you know, I can't say the celebrities don't matter, but if it doesn't affect my bottom line, it's not something that I'm going to immerse myself in.
Do you know President Trump?
That's a fool. He affects my life.
But
I don't immerse myself in what the hell he says either.
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to immerse yourself in what he says, but it affects your life.
But again, I said they don't affect my life. He affects my life.
But no, listen what I
may not think they do.
What I'm saying.
May not think they do.
Okay. So
hold on. Do we got a call coming in, or is that somebody's phone?
Go here.
Okay, so Keith was saying that he was with you on this, on what you were saying as far as in relation to what the woman was saying. Shantae Sims says it's just a song, but it is not to be easily played around children, just like all other sexually provocative, whatever music, all of it, LOL. Molly says, hey, Molly, that's my vote. I love Molly. They are simply two people fucking up relationships in their 20s, just like everybody else does at that age. Their jobs are actually irrelevant to the core experience. Thank you. And so then the rest of it are just saying, so Shantae, Keith, Eddie, thank you for watching. Molly, Miss Palmer. So it's all saying that all these people are watching. So thank y'all for, you know, tuning in and taking this journey with us.
Queenie, what was you about to say? I saw you was looking like you had something on your mind.
No, I was just listening to Maseko and what she was saying about the celebrities not having any bearing basically on her life as far as what they do. But the young lady, when she was speaking, and I actually responded to that post. And I said at the beginning that the delivery was wrong. And that was mainly her opinion on how she viewed things. But she, like you said, she said some valid stuff in there. Because I've said before, we emulate a lot of what we see on TV. And then our children do the same thing. And then let's say, if you're not paying attention to your child and they watching WAP and everything else, and they run around singing, and the next thing you know, they trying to do whatever they see on TV, and you start complaining. And the young lady was pretty much saying about, I guess one of her 10-year-old nieces or whatever was singing this song and how she felt that was just dead wrong to do. We have to be careful as a parent or just a woman in general, how we present ourselves, because we're going to get labeled with something. Our past follows us. Even when we was in school, when you act up in class, what they tell you, by the time you get to high school, that damn record go with you. Yeah. It goes with you. So you got to be careful how you present yourself. Like I said, the way you present yourself is how people gonna treat you.
You know what I just thought about? This is a perfect segue, because we sort of wrapping 3 shows into this one show today. But this goes into our topic from last week that we did not have. How many failed marriages are results of a type of a behavior?
Plenty. Plenty.
Explain. Come on, talk to me.
And I'm gonna stay on Cardi B and Offset, because like I said, from the beginning of their relationship, they weren't married. Offset cheated. She accepted that and gave him a green light. To me, when you accept certain things in a relationship, it's almost a green light for him to do it again. And he's like, oh, she's going to accept that again.
Well, hold on. Let's because we cannot say that when he first cheated on her that they didn't have a conversation and he didn't present to her that he wouldn't do it again. You know what I mean? Because like now maybe the second, third time, I get that. But that very first time somebody fucks up, because everybody has dealt with somebody that has fucked up. Everybody. And everybody has went back to somebody. Wait a minute. Everybody has went back to somebody that they have fucked up with at some point. You know what I'm saying? And I want to bring this back to their age demographic. They came into a bunch of money, extremely fucking young. They came direct. They didn't come just into the game. When the Migos popped, them motherfuckers popped. When Cardi B popped, she popped. You know what I'm saying? It was, I cannot begin to imagine the lifestyle change. Because imagine going from stripping in the club, getting you a couple dollars and rob. Because Cardi has done interviews where she said she done robbed a couple niggas. You know what I'm saying? With the whole stripping shit. So to go from that point to getting a bunch of money and then getting into a relationship, that, you know, even though we're looking at it as 4 years, in your 20s, 4 years goes like that. It does. Because
well, I'm not going to give them the excuse of, okay, because I got a lot of money, I'm going to act a plumb fucking fool. I get it that people who come into things that they've never had before don't know how to handle it. I can see them getting a lot of money and blowing it and end up broke. I've seen that several times. But you've seen a lot of these younger people who come into a lot of money and don't flip out and do wild shit. It's a lot of them that don't do it.
Yeah, but they both of these characters came into the game being wild fucking wildflowers. You feel what
that was all before the game.
Yeah,
because like if you look at Cardi's track record, Cardi went from stripping to hip hop. What is it? Love and Hip Hop, New York. Then she blew up on the music scene. Then you go into the relationship with Offset and the family life and all this stuff. So, you know, she had some money. She wasn't completely broke. No,
I'm saying like from getting to the game, I'm saying from her age bracket. I'm saying it's a difference from when it's a difference from when I had $50 when I was 20 than when I had $50 when I was 30, and how I deal with $50 now that I'm 40. You feel what I'm saying? Like the learning curve for, you know what I mean, for that age demographic. I don't want to get past, because like we cannot get past their age demographic at all in this conversation, because we're older and we have a different outlook on life. We cannot get past that they are not where we have been. You feel what I'm saying? The only difference is that they got the money. And see, like it's a difference to say how you would respond to having millions if you didn't have millions a week before, because that's the type of lifestyle that they live. They live in an industry lifestyle. So you go from literally being broke one day to having a bag the next day.
I mean, it's the same difference with one of us. Hell, if we jumped into a bunch of millions right now, we subject to wild out.
I'm definitely gonna wild out.
See, as I'm saying, we're in our 40s. We're going to wild out.
But
you might see me on the table on YouTube or some shit doing something crazy, but still.
Twerking that wop.
I'm gonna try. Might fall off the damn table, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, but see, let me explain something to you. If you was to get on the table right now at 40, it would be you cannot tell me it would not be a different experience than when you was 20 getting on the table. You know, like, because at 40, you have a lot more knowledge. If I gave you $1 million right now, you have all of the knowledge that you had up until that point of getting it. Now, if you fuck it up, you got a chance, you know, that's on you. But when you are a kid still, because I don't, you know, like when we talk about this shit, 20, 21, when they first getting that guap and getting on TV, they don't know what the fuck. Come on, let's go back and look at when she was on Love and Hip Hop. When she was on Love and Hip Hop, she didn't know what the fuck she was gonna do. The smartest decision that she made was deciding to get off of the show so that she could be an artist. That was the biggest decision that Cardi B has made in her fucking life. Because if she would have remained a Love and Hip Hop person, we wouldn't even be talking about Cardi like we talking about her right now. She would just be a Love and Hip Hop chick that's, you know, like, because check this out. We watch Love and Hip Hop all the time, and the shit that she's going through right now is the whole fucking premise of Love and fucking Hip Hop. It's the whole fucking premise of the show.
But you have to think about this too, and I get that her and Offset, you know, make some mistakes as young as they are, but you have to go back into the parenting of Cardi and Offset. Were they taught how to manage their money? Were they taught how to manage these things or to behave when they get rich? So you gotta look at all of that, and probably not, because if Cardi, because I think if I'm correct in saying so, she was running with gang members. So and you robbing people, you off the chain up the gate. So there was no guidance, no direction there. So she learned it on her own.
What you thinking over this Big Note?
That is fucking funny. It's just, you know, it's like to sit here and realize, because for one, what you just said was so pertinent. The age factor, they don't, when I can honestly say, I'm 48 years old. $1 million have went through these hands.
Yeah.
But guess what I got to show for it? Not a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? But let another million run through these motherfuckers at 48 and watch what I do.
Okay.
So the age,
You have a
because I know, yeah. But one thing I wanted to say is, as far as we need to start realizing and understanding that even though it may not affect us directly, the things that these people are doing does affect us. Because when you have rappers out there singing about, I got automatic AKs and I can do this, that, and the third, and you may not allow your child to listen to it, but there's somebody out there that's playing this shit around kids, and then this kid gets hold to an AK-47 and we end up with a 4-year-old dead girl dead in the hood. That may be your niece, your nephew, your whatever. So this shit does affect us. It really does. And so again, going back to what the young lady was saying, I understand what she was saying. You portrayed yourself as such. What did you really expect to receive in a man behind that? Every day I see it. If I'm on Facebook and I could be looking at a female and say, ooh, she nice, ooh, and then just watching her for 2 or 3 weeks, and she may be in a relationship, and in that relationship, she has been perfectly good. You don't see her doing twerking or doing none of this shit or none of that. The minute that relationship over, hey, turn up, girl, let's do this, popping this and popping that. And now I'm totally turned off from that. I don't want you because you portrayed something different than who you really were.
Not only that, G, I'm gonna tell you something that I was looking at on my phone today, and I saw somebody online. And I looked at it and I'm like, okay, let me go check out their page. And when I went to their page, I was automatically like, damn, it's an OnlyFans motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, damn. Immediately, the perception can change by the way that you live in your life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that anybody listen, if you out there watching the show and you are a stripper or whatever, I'm not knocking what the fuck you do. I'm not.
By any means.
But what I am saying is when it comes down to what you get out of life, part of the way you live your life has a big reflection of what you will get out of life. That's just my personal opinion. Let me see. The second question that we had, and this I want to ask y'all, this was really getting me. Can you still have love and not be in love? Seiko.
Absolutely. One does not negate the other. So even when I was talking about, my relationship previously, this man and I mean, he has 4 other children that are not biologically mine. Feel me? But those are my children. I have love for that man. That man can come in, he can call me right now and be like, I need XYZ. I need, I'm in town. I need a place to lay my head. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely, without question, whatever. But at the same time, he can be, hey, boo, no, I'm not your boo. You already know this ain't what that is. This ain't that. But like I said, if at any point in time he called me and he was like, I'm in town, I'm sick, whatever. I got absolute love for that man. And I'm going to be there for him. But in love with him? Yeah, no. I'm so happy he got married. Y'all don't even know. The day he got married, I did a whole dance. I was drunk off my behind, partying and celebrating off in somebody else's crib. They was like, what are we celebrating? What are you so happy about? I'm like, my ex-husband got married. We gonna party. And we turned up the night he got married in a whole nother state. So yeah, love him to death. Ain't in love.
Queen A. Love somebody and not be in love with them?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's an easy thing to do. Now I can tell you something hard to do. Be in love with somebody and can't be with them.
Ooh, that part.
The reverse of what you're saying. That's the hard part.
Yes.
I got love, yeah.
Okay. No.
Absolutely. And I say that because I have everybody, I ain't never been no secret. I got 4 baby mamas. 3 of them are married. I'm pushing for this 4th one to help her get on her way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I have love for each and every one of them. Whether they know it or not, you can't put as their husbands or whatever, you can't put your hand on them. It has nothing to do with me being in love with them. But those are the mother of my children. And when you touch them and hurt them in a way, you're hurting my child, and that's not gonna happen. So now you have to deal with me. So yeah, I could definitely say you could love somebody and not be in love with them.
If first when I looked at this question, I said yeah. But the more I thought about it, can I still have love for somebody and not be in love? For me personally, that's a no. That's me personally. I could have feelings for somebody. I could be attracted to somebody. I can be sexually turned on by somebody. But the second that my love sort of like twitches on or off, that's sort of it for me. I can still like you. I can still want to, have sexual relationships and roll and still want to sit and chill and hang out with you. But love for me is such a serious fucking thing. And I think over the past 10 years, I've had a different perception of love. I think that a lot of times we want to love something, or we have the desire to love, but is it real love that you have for that person? That sort of changes for me. Because I'm a very, if I rock with you, I rock with you. If I don't, if you don't rock with me, we ain't rocking. That's just the way I am. I've always been that way. But when it comes down to saying I love you, and I can admire you, I can respect you, but to love you and not be in love with you is it sort of doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I can have a deep appreciation. Like I said, I could have a deep appreciation. I can have a physical attraction. I can have a sense of loyalty to you, but not love you. I think that people throw that word love around because love covers, like, if for me, it goes to that old biblical text. Love it covers a multitude of things. And then if it don't cover the multitude for me, then it ain't love. Like, if I can look at a situation and I can get stuck on a situation that can prevent me from loving you, then that's not me loving you. You know what I'm saying? I could be infatuated with you. I could be, man, I could see you and just want to rip your clothes off every time I fucking see you. But if the love ain't there, it's a disconnect for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, prime example. Have you ever been in a relationship, broke up, and then got back with that person, and then when you tried to get back with them, you was just like, this shit, something different. I'm trying to make shit work, but it ain't clicking no more. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can have an attraction for you, or you can keep be coming at me about, like, this is one thing I've noticed about breaking up with somebody and getting back with them. A lot of people get back with folks, but a lot of folks have not developed to the point where they've let go of what the fuck they was upset about in the first fucking place. So it takes a very small window for, you know what I mean? It's a small window, but a motherfucker that something can seep in that motherfucker. The simplest thing can turn into a big blow up because it's some unresolved issues from the past. You know what I mean? And I think, like, when people say they love each other and I love you, I think that people generally want to love, but I think the word is thrown around so much and so loosely now. You feel what I'm saying? That what is love to you? Is love long suffering? Is love patience? Is love kind? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does it not boast? Like, when we say the word love gets thrown around, and think about what the name of the show is. What's love got to do with it? Like, what is real love? Love don't kick you in the ass. Love don't disrespect you. Love don't, you know what I'm saying? Certain things that love won't allow you to do. Like, think about it. You love your kids, right? Everybody on here got kids, right? Things in life that when your kid come around, you be like, even if this is what I'm doing, get on out of here. I don't want my kid to see that. I love my kid. I don't want my kid to see me doing this. I want my kid to be a part of this. But if you can be with somebody and you can bring all kind of bullshit into that, that's not love. That's not love. It's a deep feeling that you have for someone, a strong attachment, but it's not love. Because love wouldn't take us through some of the shit that we go through when we be fucking with people. Certain things we say to motherfuckers we wouldn't say if we really, really loved them. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. You be in a relationship with a motherfucker, you say I love you, but then that first time you had that real fucking argument, that real motherfucker, and you like, bitch, or fuck you, or get the fuck out my. Whoa, what was all that love that you just had 2 hours ago? Because the love wouldn't let you talk to me that way. Because if you love me, think about it. If you love somebody, sometimes what you think about the situation isn't what the situation necessarily needs. It's an opinion.
But you got to hold your tongue.
Real love, like, prime example, my granddaddy, my grandfather never fucking whooped me a day in my life. My grandmama fucked me up. My mama fucked me up. Everybody else fucked me up. But my grandfather was the first person that I could actually look at and say, I wouldn't mind modeling my life after him. I watched how he loved other people. I watched how he dealt with other people, even when they did him wrong. So it gave me a different perception of what real love is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so serious. We use that word love so fucking much. I love this. I love that. I love this. No, you don't. You don't love that. You like this. You like that dress. You like this. You like that nigga. You like the way you're not in love.
Well, see, that's where my mind frame differs when you say that in love and love, because those are two totally different things, in my opinion. Two totally different things. For me, I love myself to death. And it goes back to what you said earlier. But if I'm going by what you said, if I love myself, I wouldn't smoke cigarettes. I wouldn't do, because these are things that damages me. So do I say I don't love myself because I do that, or am I wrong for not loving myself? Or do I not love myself enough to stop?
Well,
Nah, I can't.
I take
So
a different look at it in a situation like that, because that goes around an addictive behavior too. Like when we
okay,
talk
so
and drug,
but I understand what you're saying. So maybe in that relationship, it's that addictive the behavior that you fell in love with.
not
That's
necessarily.
where I was trying. That's what, not you per se, but yeah, it does, because you have women that will wonder why they won't leave this abusive relationship. Well, this abusive relationship is what they have been conducive to, and it shows them, oh, he hits me, so he must love me, because they've been this way, they've been in this situation before, and that's how a person showed them love. I believe there's a thing as such thing as unconditional love, which, and I think what what you're speaking on to me is not like, that's lust. When I say I look at somebody and I say, "Ooh, I can steal the shit out of her," that's not nowhere near love, in my opinion. That's a lustful feeling.
I agree.
No, because I do agree with you when you say love has been thrown around, and this word is just so loosely thrown around till people have misconstrued it, because you don't really try to hurt the people you love. You don't want to hurt the people you love, but shit happens. Let's just keep it real. Shit happens, you know. But what you do after that will, to me, constitutes the love. So now let's go back to this Cardi thing that we're saying. Now you can see where I was going with when I say you can tolerate me to do business with me, but you can't tolerate me to work on it. That's where I'm going with that, because I don't see how you can tell me, just like you said you don't see how you can tell me you love me if you do this. I don't see how I can't relate to you still wanting to be around me if you don't like me enough for us to work on our relationship.
But see, with them being in business, they don't necessarily have to even fucking deal with each other.
I can relate to that, but if we're talking about two people who are in a relationship that were married and also doing business, to me, one thing that you said, now, for me, one thing that I may not be able to come back from in a relationship is infidelity.
Okay.
So if you've cheated on me, I may not be able to talk to you, come back from that. So in a sense, now maybe I might look at the work relationship or whatever and say, well, I can get past, I might be able to do that. But at the end of the day, if you're saying that the infidelity wasn't the reason, then what the fuck could have been so bad if it wasn't infidelity that we cannot sit and work and conversate? It might be what you said, that it was some shit that happened that you went back to this person and you never shook him cheating on you in the first place. So you went back into that situation and you allowed yourself to get caught up in something, but you knew you didn't get over that situation from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So is that love?
No.
So why would you take me back then and do it? And it's like you said, it's a lot of truth to what you were saying. And I agree with a lot of what you were saying. But for me, a lot of what you were saying is like, for me, it's like, I can't split the hairs on that. If you love me enough and you're sitting here, Cardi, you saying that it wasn't that he cheated, it wasn't that he did this, and it wasn't that he did that, and we can't work on that, where was that love at? That is still there, that I can help you put some money in your motherfucking pocket, though. No, fuck you, bitch. Get rocked with sandals on, period. We not. And when you get to talking about that the contractual, this, that, and the third, hey, whatever it is, some things you have to sacrifice and let go of in the betterment of yourself.
But
if I know I can't be around you and this is gonna cost me $1 million, well, hey, I'm gonna have to come $1 million out of my pocket because I can't deal with you. I don't care about business or none of that. Y'all, you can kiss my ass with any of that. If you don't want, if this is what it is, get away from me and let's just deal with our child. Period.
But what she said, one of the things that she said that stuck with me was when she talked about the business deals, she said, for our child, for culture. You know what? I'm gonna put up with a whole lot of shit as far as I'm gonna have to look at you. I may not want to deal with you at all. At all. Because when my ex and I first split, let me tell y'all, when y'all talk about some of the stuff, like y'all talked about the woman that ran the man over with the car and then turned around and hit him with the bumper, that was me, I ain't gonna lie. So when we first split, nah, Negro ain't nothing. I ain't got nothing for you. Nothing. I'm trying to take you out because I hate your behind that much. However, when it came back down to thinking about, okay, but you know, we still got all these kids together. And we still got to provide for these kids. And at the end of the day, regardless of whatever goes on between me and you, these kids still have to be taken care of and provided for. Guess what? I'm going to tolerate your ass. And then that is when the love that I actually had for him kicked in. And that's cool that you don't feel that way. But I'm just going to say, even in my own life and how I have acted and the things that I have done, because when you talk about people being wild child, I was out there having a whole fucking ball. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing my shit. I was having fun. I was living my life. I was loving it. When my child got to an age where she started to, why is this? Why is that? What are you doing? Why is this? Why do you have that outfit on? Where are you going? When my child got to an age, my love for her wiped all that shit out. Because my girls will tell you, they were just like, you know, she changed up on us. And they, you know, and for a while there was a point of contention. You switched up on us. You acting funny. You moving different. Yeah. Because my love for my child overrules whatever I got going on with y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
And even when it comes
I'm not gonna stay in a business relationship with you just because that I can make my own fucking money.
That's cool.
I can do this. I don't need you to do this. But we don't need to do this to take care of our child.
Hold on.
They entered into a business agreement, a business arrangement for their child.
And that's
so because they're doing it for their child, they have decided to make the adult decision to whatever we got going on is whatever we got going on. But I'm gonna be a bigger person because this is for my child.
I want to
co-parenting thing.
Thank you. It's called being a whole fucking adult.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me was the business started before they got married? That's bullshit. Period. That business couldn't have been 4 years fucking old. So if that business is better than what we had, fuck that. Period. That's just me. I'm not doing it.
Wait a minute, because I don't want making too many fucking conclusions of the business side of it. Because to be honest with you, when they made the business decision, I'm pretty sure that they made this decision before the decision to divorce. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on, let me. I'm not
just saying. I'm not arguing any of that.
Hold on,
y'all saying that, and I'm saying it's cool. We gonna dissolve everything still. Period. I don't give a fuck.
So you're a scorched earth kind of person.
Whoa! Can I?
That's what you gonna call it.
All right.
Can I say what I'm saying? At the end, it does not take. I'm not talking about them getting into any new business decisions since they didn't talk about divorcing. This was obviously something that they had in play before she decided to get the divorce. It was we talking about it as if they decided to break up and decided to do this business eventually all at the same time. From my aspect of it, and from what I'm understanding of the situation, this was something that was way in the makings, way before whatever decision they decided to make for their. Hold on, wait a minute. But see, then this is Okay, so let me ask you a question. Hold on, no, you talking, but you got yourself muted and can't nobody even hear you, bro. So just if you just let me get my point across.
Because we could go on to something else, because what y'all saying to me does not matter. I don't give a fuck when the business was originated. Period.
a question. Let me
Fuck it. Buy you out. Do what you do. Go about your business. It don't matter to me.
You arguing with me you still ain't answer my question because you don't even know what I'm about to say.
Y'all going, listen, this is what I'm saying. So hold on. This is what I'm saying. Why are y'all steady trying to change my opinion on when I'm telling you I don't give a fuck when it started?
Oh, I'm asking you a question, bro. So were you telling me if you were in a relationship previously to breaking up and you got into a business relationship, would you be willing to say, well, fuck it, now I'm gonna be void on my fucking business relationship and then have to deal with whatever? Wait a minute, let me before you respond. You'll fuck around and go broke to leave a relationship than to just continue to make your money from a deal that was already there before you fucking broke up?
I'm telling y'all, yes. That's what I'm saying. You're wasting your time trying to explain that to me. Because no matter what you ask me and what you say to me, first of all, money does not make me. I don't care about money. I wasn't raised to worship money. So all of that does not matter to me. Period. Bro, at all.
I'm not saying that. I asked you a question.
I said it. No. Yes, I'm willing to throw that shit away. Yeah, fuck you, bye. How hard is that to understand?
Oh, but still, listen, if I'm asking you a question, why are you getting all upset? I'm asking
because
the question.
I'm saying you steady asking the question, and the answer for me is not going to change no matter what scenario you give. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And you steady trying to say, I'm asking you a question. I don't care what you're saying. Don't make me a single bit of difference. I'm not willing to work with you if you're not willing, if we can't love each other and work on our relationship. But you think we can stand together and work to make a couple of dollars? Good luck with you, because I'm not doing it. I'll buy you out. Because if it's about money for you, what do I got to do? Here, do
it. This is my thing. Let me break it down. Okay, let's look at it from this aspect. I'm a person that y'all doing business with, okay? If I look at it like I don't give a fuck about you being married or not, this is a fucking contract of business that we have signed into. At that point, bro, that's all I'm saying, bro.
I'm saying, take me to court. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I hear you, bro.
Take me to court.
You
aren't in a marital relationship, so that's totally different.
You are entitled to your opinion, bro. I'm not disagreeing with your opinion. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not listening.
You went to something totally different though, bro. You went to me and your relationship. I'm not married. I'm not trying to be married to you. I'm talking about someone that we were married and we went to, regardless of when this business decision was started, if we're not strong enough to sit back and work this thing out for the better of our family, and you want to think I'm going to just say, okay, fuck that, but we can still do business? Nah, we can't do that. What does it take?
The business is for your family. They just said it was for their daughter. The business is for your family.
I can still make money for my daughter. That's, man, okay, yeah, whatever y'all talking about. All right.
So Miss Palmer says, everyone has a different definition of love. With any relationship, you have to learn each other's love language. Queens replied, most people never learn their own love language, so it is hard to recognize someone else's. Miss Palmer then says, they're in their 20s. They need to find out who they are and what they want for themselves. They need to learn to love themselves before they can learn anyone else. So when they get into another relationship, they know what they will and will not tolerate at the beginning. And Mr. Taylor says, Eddie Taylor, there's 3 types of love. And he says, my thoughts on the subjects are, there are 3 types of love that one can have. Eros is the type of love that most closely resembles what Western culture now views as romantic love. Philia, while many Greeks viewed Eros as dangerous, they viewed Philia as
Brotherly love.
ideal love. And agape is a bit more abstract than the other two types of love, but basically agape is I can have a complete and total love for, love you in a godly way.
Agape is unconditional.
That's the term. Yeah, unconditional. So we're all going to agree that we don't agree with no.
No, I understand what Note's saying.
I never said that.
No opinions for us. It's not the fact that I disagree with him. I was just asking a question. So like that's what we on here for, to talk about stuff. So this ain't about to get into whether I agree with him or disagree with him. I wanted to get an understanding of what he was saying, and I wanted to ask a question. That's not saying that he's right or he's wrong. I just disagree. I wanted to find out for myself more in terms of how he was speaking. Like that's why I kept cutting y'all off, because I didn't want to get y'all opinions in for what I was saying to him, because I understand. I can see right now we all got 4 different opinions here. That's cool. But at the end of the day, what my thought process is, and the whole purpose of this show is to have a conversation about a difference of opinion without getting in our personal feelings, and it's a shouting match or an argument. And that's what I feel like the show sort of took a twist today, because this is every week. This is what we do every week. We've been doing this. This is episode 13. So like, this is the format of the show. But I don't want to turn into, because I disagree with you, or if I'm saying something that goes against what you're saying, that anybody would get offended to the point where they feel like it's an attack. It's not an attack. It's a fucking talk show. That's right. What we do. We talking. So I think that we just all have to take a little bit more access or accountability to the fact of, yes, this is my opinion, and I understand that people have a different way of looking at it, instead of getting in our personal feelings, because once we get that route, I think that it just takes a different turn from us expressing ourselves. That's all I'm saying.
Can I say something? I didn't take nothing as personal. What I was simply saying is, it didn't matter what scenario you came up with. For me, if you don't think that what we have, especially again, it wasn't infidelity that she kept reiterating, and the things that we, as the media, she said, was putting out there, or the source, none of that was what the reason was, is why she did it. She did it because she was just whatever. So if you can't work on, if it wasn't infidelity for me, and we can't work on our relationship and our whatever, fuck you in this business. Get it how you live, and I'm gonna get it how I live. Because now we are no longer a family. You're a mother, I'm a father. We're not a family. You doing you, I'm doing me. So you do your shit your way, I'm gonna do mine my way. That's just what I'm saying. So when you kept saying I'm asking a question, I understood that, but it's just like, bro, you can move on from me, because whatever you say to me, I'm gonna still feel the same. Kick rocks, bro. We not doing no business. Yeah, if it ain't the business of our family.
Yeah, but even in still, with you giving your opinion, if I don't understand it, I have a right. I'm just asking a question to get more clarity. You know what I'm saying? It might be clear as all day to you, but it might not be clear to me, and it might not be clear to somebody who's watching the show. It might be something that I say one day that somebody.
I got you now. I feel that. I feel that.
So we have to be to, even though it could get to a hot topic or something that we have to be able to verbalize the way we feel without it coming off across as if, because I'm telling you, I'm on the show with y'all, and I'm looking at I'm looking at Queen at the bottom. Queen sitting down there like, because it just got to that point where it felt like, in my opinion, you felt like we was coming at you. No, I'm asking for clarity on what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal thing. Now, what anybody else was asking, that's up for them to explain. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to do is get a better understanding of the way you coming from, because obviously the way that you coming from it and the way that you think about it, I obviously think a different way. So we're not gonna automatically, I'm gonna say one thing and then you're gonna be like, oh, I get it, and I'm gonna agree with Russ. In the same way, when you say something, I'm not gonna get it off bat and agree with you. But then there might be something that you say in the process, just like when the clip that we're talking about today. When I first heard it, I listened to it. I didn't even pick up all the comments. I didn't even pick up what the folks was going. I wasn't even thinking along the lines of the comments that came in. You know what I'm saying? But once I looked at it, it made me say, well, is she really saying something that wrong? It made me take a deeper evaluation of what I was looking at in the conversation. So that's all I'm saying. So when we have these conversations, let's, even if we don't agree, let's agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? And just ease it on out. But we had a good show today, y'all, man. Hold on. Did we get another comment? We got some more comments to come in? Did some more comments come in? Or no, it didn't. Well, y'all, I appreciate everybody that tuned into today's show. Today was a hot one. Cardi B, your whopped and started a whole bunch of shit. And I ain't had none of that. I'm sorry. Let me get back. Next week, we got another show coming up, and this show is going to be entitled, Are You Able to Give What You Want in a Relationship? Are you able to give what you want in a relationship? And the only question that I'm gonna pose to y'all is to take a really good look at what the fuck you request out of somebody and what you're willing to give. Where's the give and the take of it? So I don't want this to be a conversation about, I don't want this to be a conversation where we talking about nobody next week except ourselves.
What?
I don't want us to talk about we ain't gonna talk about we ain't gonna use no examples of well, we can use examples, but we're not gonna use any names of anybody. Next week's show, I want it to be because this show led it into this very personal disposition and how we all think differently. So I want to stay along the lines of that. Okay. And I want us to come to this conversation and ask ourselves, are we able to give what we want in a relationship? Like think about the things that we want in a relationship, and then think about what we're willing to put into a relationship. And also want to talk about what we're not willing to put up with in a relationship next week as well. Y'all got me? I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show this week. This is Real Talk. What's Love Got to Do with It? I want to thank my lovely host, Maseko, who has her name all typed up wrong. So y'all gonna be looking at her today saying Kenyatta all at the bottom today. But praise the Lord. And we want to thank the beautiful queen. And I don't know what just happened to our boss, man. He just got discombobulated and disconnected. There he go. He just popped right back in. So I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. I want everybody to give their closing comments, and then we're gonna be up out of here. Let me start with Seiko. Then we're gonna go Queen. Then I'm gonna end it with Big Note.
Hey, my thing is everybody's relationship is different. Everybody has a different connotation of what love is. So before you start sitting up there and saying, I love you, truly examine what that means to you and what it is that you're actually saying to the other person. That's all.
Queen A.
Every relationship has its trials and tribulations. How you deal with them is a testament of your true character and who you are. I'll say be mindful of what you put out, because you will receive it back. But love each other unconditionally and work through the problems. That's about it.
Big Note. Note, you there?
Did we lose him?
I see him. He's online, but
there he is.
Yeah, I see him, but I don't hear him. So I don't know if he has his mic on or what. But
yeah, his mic is on. Speak, Note.
Hey, girl, what you hollering about? I see what's going on. Jesus Christ. This nigga here. I swear.
You gonna get off of yacht. You gonna leave her alone today.
Look, this is what I'm about to do, y'all. For everybody, I want to say this because I meant to say this last week. Everybody that wished me a happy birthday, I want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I had so much liquor last week. I sort of hate that y'all didn't catch me last week because y'all would have caught a drunk Russ on air. And
Yeah, no,
that would have been so lovely.
no, it wouldn't.
You don't know. You ain't never seen me drunk. Shut up.
But I've heard you drunk, so no.
You ain't. Shut up.
I can't wait to see the camera. That's gonna be epic.
I want to thank the people that bought me bottles this last week. They are all empty. This is a wonderful week for you. I love you. I appreciate all you motherfuckers. I'll see you next week. Better not call your kids because this real talk, bitch.
Good night.
Good night.
Don't pop back in here. No, do you have any final words for us?
You gonna talk?
This
Why
shit
you just in there?
froze. He froze. He froze.
Oh, there he is. Okay. No. You ain't gonna talk to me now?
Yeah,
You
no,
mad at me?
like fuck you.
You ain't gonna talk to me?
Like fuck your little mean purple
Oh,
head.
come on. No, don't be like that. You ain't gonna talk to me for real?
Bye, nigga. She gonna sit up here for 20 minutes. She ain't gonna
He
talk.
said peace and love.
Damn it. Shit.
Bye,
Bye.
girl.
I gotta go to the liquor store and get me some stuff to do stuff with. Bye.
Bye.
We can't hear you, no. What's going on? We can't hear you.
I'll be saying bye. Why is you still talking about you can't hear somebody? We saying
Because he's talking. That's why.
bye. Bye.
Did we say we were gonna argue?
Everybody look up the word bye. I'm gonna post it up in the group this week what the word bye means, niggas. Bye, niggas. Bye.